Hi, and welcome to Past Fate's devlog number 3. In this devlog, we are going to take a closer look at the Valfalk faction starting area, abilities, negative effects, and much more. There are two factions in Past Fate, Morsath and Valfalk. Valfalk is a union between the Vikings of Hjallrun and the barbarians of Gulskir, who control the northern lands of the world. Morsath is a pact between the Kingdom of Edaria, the Kingdom of Drusus, and the Empire of Korea. They control the central lands and lead the crusades against Valfalk. Valfalk players will start their journey in the village of Hjallrun, which is located in Svigrun Ice Plains. The story of Svigrun Ice Plains is themed around clan wars. Ever since the creation of Valfalk, the Grunash and Voldadur clans have rebelled against the idea of uniting with the barbarians, and they banded together to create Hjallrun, a true Viking clan under one banner. Now the Hjallrun threatens to conquer all of Svigrun Ice Plains, which would make the Valfalk fight a two-front war. The Hjallrun region, where Svigrun Ice Plains is located, is themed around cold, ice and snow. Occasional snowstorms will happen, which coats buildings and structures in snow. Svigrun Ice Plains is still heavily work in progress, and more will be shown in the future. As people who are part of our Discord server have already seen, we have updated some of the spells. Necromancer's Deathbolt has had a complete makeover. Same with Summon Undead. There are new melee abilities as well as a mage ability. We are planning to add more spells as well as reworking more older ones to properly fit the theme of Past Fate. With abilities comes negative effects that enemies and players can suffer from. These include burning, poison and bleeding. Burning effects caused by enemies can be removed by jumping in the water, or if there is a heavy rain weather effect present, then it will not apply. For PvP balancing purposes, we might not let this happen if the effect is applied by another player. Every now and then we hear people asking how the dungeons will be in Past Fate. There will be two types of dungeons in the game, instanced and open world. Instanced ones work like your traditional MMO dungeons, where you form or join a group, and the players of that group are allowed inside that dungeon ID. Open world dungeons are non-instance dungeons where players can meet other groups trying to clear the dungeon, as well as groups from the opposing faction, in which case you can choose to engage in PvP combat to drive the enemy groups away. In Past Fate, death is not the end. We have a unique death system where when the player dies, they will be sent to their faction's Underworld. In this Underworld, the players can interact with the heroes of old, explore secrets and Underworld-only dungeons, fight world bosses, or simply talk to the Valkyries to be sent back to your body in exchange for gold or taking on a negative effect for a few minutes. But what happens if you die in the Underworld? You gain a stacking debuff that lowers your character's stats, making your character weaker inside the Underworld. Once your stacks reach the maximum number, you will be sent back to your body. The debuff that is present in the Underworld will last for X amount of hours to prevent just simply re-dying and going again. We want the Underworld to be a harsh and difficult place.